Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, talking about Battlefield 6 and five of our major concerns that we have for the game. Now, don't get me wrong, me and Ghost love Battlefield. Definitely my favorite, my personal favorite franchise when it comes to FPS. I'm sure Ghost would agree.
Yeah, it's up there for sure.
Yeah. And I don't think anything's wrong with saying that although we do enjoy the game, there's plenty of improvements I would like to see for its longevity because I have no idea what's going to happen in the future with this series. And I would just like to have one good one that I can hang on to forever. That's just being honest. But yeah, starting off, number one, map design. And specifically for me, I think it's mostly how small these maps are in comparison to Battlefield maps that we've known. Most of these maps are incredibly small. Not only that, the capture points are also very small in comparison to past Battlefield titles. Because I don't know how you feel about that, but I feel like a lot of these
I
maps are more catered towards reactive shooting.
yeah, I mean, I don't mind the smaller objective points because here's the thing, I'm getting on there to fight. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I'm getting on the game for confrontation. And I'm much more leaning into like the PvP side with this game than I probably have in any other game.
yeah,
So I enjoy it. I like the fight of it. I did hear a thought process behind it. I don't think the maps are too small. I don't think they're too big either. I'm just enjoying the game because I play different game modes, so maybe that's why. Like I filter between conquest and breakthrough, so I think I
okay,
get a healthy mix of different dynamics of the way the maps are played. But I would like to see some old redone maps. That I think that
right.
would be great.
For me, I definitely want to go back to the bigger one, the bigger maps. And the reason why is because I've realized that I don't really use vehicles like I usually did for Battlefield 4, which is the last one I played for like thousands of hours. I really feel no incentive to do so either. On top of that, they just make you a target from the get go. If you hop into a Humvee or anything like that, you're just a sitting duck. But yeah, I just feel no incentive to use the vehicles that are there since I can just get to A or wherever I'm running to
Well,
pretty quickly.
supposedly they came out with a statement saying they're going to do something to I don't want to call it buff, but make the use of vehicles better. So
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see kind of what that's going to be like
Oh,
because I
yeah.
know the little bird's doing damage.
Oh,
I've been hit by
absolutely.
that little bastard way
Plenty
too
of
much.
times. Right. But yeah, if they can just now, I will say that the latest map they've done absolutely incredible. I love it. I still think they need to push out the capture space a little bit because I feel like the capture points should be like its own little sandbox, its own map within a map. That's just how I feel personally. But yeah, I like the new map that they just brought out, contaminated, and definitely hoping to
I
see
do like it.
more of those types of maps in the future. Number
Same.
two, technical problems, bugs, hit
Mm,
registration. My God,
good God.
I cannot
Jesus.
tell you how many times I feel like I'm behind cover and I'm still getting killed. I feel like, oh, I made it around this wall right before getting murdered.
Man,
No,
I'm going to tell you, I don't care about being behind the wall and getting shot. I'm tired of the people teleporting through the floor and killing me. Like, what the hell is going on? It happened last night. A dude was running, and I'm shooting him, and he teleported through the wall. And I'm like, oh, that's what we're doing now.
right.
We're just gonna ignore the fact that you're Casper. You're the Juggernaut. You're running through walls in an X-Men movie.
Dude literally disappeared off of your screen and then just popped back up like
Full
Nightcrawler.
firing.
I'll tell you something else that I'm pretty sure a lot of people are mad about is that their body clipping through textures and stuff because I've actually gotten kills like that.
Oh yeah, I
I
have
was
too. It's
just
bad.
yeah, and I'm going to use it to my advantage, but I still
Oh
think it
yeah,
sucks because I know I forgot what that map is, but it's really close quarters and it's got like an overpass and there's like buses and stuff underneath. But there was two guys in there, and I killed the guy in the crate. But there was a guy that was so close to the crate on the outside, a little bit of his
yeah. It's a
thigh
New
was
York
poking
map.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
completely ate that
Don't get me
thigh up.
wrong. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be mad when someone does it to me. But
Right,
if it's there, I'm sorry. I got to get the objective. You got to
right.
get got.
I also have, some weapon animation glitches, especially when reloading and like transitioning between sprinting and then reloading. Some of my weapons do some weird stuff sometimes. Yeah, the and also like I said, the hit registration is just so bad. I feel like sometimes I feel like I have to
Work
drop on
somebody.
somebody. Say again?
Yes.
Yeah, I
No,
feel
you
like I
just
have.
work somebody. But
Yeah,
no,
I didn't get a
you get
single
work.
hit marker. I get shredded. And I also and I
Yeah.
also feel like sometimes I'm getting shredded from a distance where I should easily be I should easily have the advantage. No, that's not the case. No, I was wrong.
Yeah. And I think I mean, I'll be brutally honest with myself. I'm not the person that's going to go 50 and 2. Like, I'm not doing that. My play style is not going to warrant me doing 50 and 2. I'm happy being around that 25 to 30. I'm having a good time. We're good. My thing is, I like to have the back and forth between me and whoever that is that we're shooting at each other, right? Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. Do I get the dopamine hit when I just walk somebody down? Sure. It just feels good in the type of game that you're playing.
Right.
But also, I like to know that we both had a chance. Like, we saw each other, we went at it. Okay, I lost that one. That's cool. I'm gonna go hunt you down now. But like, when it's just I come around the corner and it's just I didn't even see anything coming.
Right.
Like, not everything needs to walk me down like a vector. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of inconsistencies. Um, there's so much happening that you kind of
I
like,
love it.
oh, was that a cheat? This was somebody cheating? Like, I don't want that to start, you know,
You got
popping up
reported.
into my brain. Yeah, I got reported for somebody thinking I'm cheating. I'm like, I have never in my life cheated on any online game. I just think that's stupid. And it actually makes you a worse player by doing so.
Now in a game of Uno, probably I might have an extra wild card laid away.
Up the sleeve.
you know,
But yeah, I definitely want to see these problems fixed in the future. They really make or break the gameplay, and I can honestly see some people dropping out of the game because of this. Number three, weapon progression. I think this is the major one. I think this is the one that actually a lot of people just make people not want to play. Now, initially, in the beginning, when I was playing, I really didn't see weapon progression as a big problem for me, just because of the experience and the honeymoon phase. But now that I'm back on here after season two, after taking a break, I'm like, God dang, it's taking so long just to unlock some of these attachments. And they're not even major attachments. Some of these attachments are just sites. Like, I'm sorry, do we need to wait this long just to get these specific types of sites? I really think they need to have a middle ground between double XP, double weapon XP, and what's going on right now. There has to be a middle ground because I think it takes way too long to get a weapon up that you like up to a position where the weapon is performing in the way that you want it to.
yeah.
How do you,
But
yeah.
here's the thing. I'll give you an example of why we need to be careful of asking for that, and I'm realizing it right now. So season 2 just came out, what, 4 days ago? I think it was the 17th, something like that. Oh, not 4 days ago, about 9 days ago. I'm almost done with the battle pass.
Oh, really?
Like, just because I've done, the daily, the weekly challenges,
Yeah.
and just basically you going in playing a game, you get 2 to 3 points. I'm one more week off from completing the entire battle pass. So the overcorrection of it needs to progress faster, I understand, but we need to kind of temper that, or you're going to run through weapon progression and you're going to max out every weapon in a couple of weeks. Then
Right.
that's not fun either. I just think it needs a slight tweak. Like, really, why are you trying to master the gun for the gold skin? Most of us aren't using that gold skin. Let's
I
be
am.
honest. That's not that.
Me,
Shut up. No, you're
me,
not. You're not using that
me
gold skin.
personally, I love the weapons, the mastery skins. I think they
Oh no, I
fit.
like them. No, no, no.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I like them. I just don't know if I'm going to use them on all guns because they don't transfer over on some attachments.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I still like the way they look. They're like a good mix
You
between
would.
real. Number 4, the lack of seasonal content. I know we already did a video talking about how much we liked Season 2, but at the same time, I can say this isn't enough content to get your player numbers back up. I really think Battlefield players expected way more than what
We're losing
than we.
numbers.
Yeah, we're losing numbers at this point. That is not a good thing. I know they said they had to push this out just to get a little bit more polish, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I would rather have it polished than it come out quickly and broken, always and forever. I will always advocate for more time, always. But this is not enough. We got one map correct, and then we got the contaminate, what the limited time
Smoke.
event. Yeah,
The smoke
that's
is not enough.
it's not
It's
enough.
not enough.
It's not enough content. Back in the day, we were getting 3 or 4 maps, probably more than that. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but I know we were getting way more maps from season to
Well,
season.
you
Yeah,
were, but here's also the thing. We're also looking at it through rose-colored lenses, right? I wouldn't consider you and I to be hardcore gamers, right? Because we have jobs, families, like we do other
yes,
things. If it wasn't for me working from home in the newer job that I have that I can, mess around here and there, I don't think we're casual gamers either. Do you know what I mean?
absolutely not. Yeah,
So when we as gamers look at it as we get off of work, we do our thing and we're gaming, like we're in it. We're in it to win it.
right.
That this type of stuff does not appeal to us, and that's where you get that player drop off. But if you're the casual gamer, this is perfect. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And the
absolutely.
problem is I'm asking for something that the casual gamer would what is it, overstimulate them for the type of game I want and what I
Yeah,
want them to put in. But for the people that are coming in and they're casual, they fuck it, I'm gonna come on here and get a game or two before I go to bed. They don't need 12 maps and 65 weapons, and
right.
that's not for them. But the problem is the gamers that we identify with are what's going to keep the game up and moving, and that's the problem.
That's true. I think they can hopefully find a middle ground between that because, like you said, casual players, this is just up their alley. They're just gonna come home from work, get about an hour or two in of gaming, and they're good. They're
You know
happy
what?
as and so was I. I'm happy as and also we have to say we're older. We have more further up in our careers too, so we have a little bit more expendable money. So
I have
we're not
more
just playing.
freedom.
Yeah, we're not just playing Battlefield. We're playing all these other games that are coming out. A lot of people don't have the funds to be doing that. So obviously they have to decide what kind of which game they want to take, and then that's the game they're going to be playing. Maybe for half the
I
year
will
or more.
I I will say there's a and I'm probably gonna get his YouTube wrong, but I was listening to him. I was out riding my bike the other day. I think it's Ghost Gaming on YouTube. But he had an interesting idea where, if you're gonna release content like a map, right? Release 3 maps a season, do 2 new ones, right? Where you're pushing out something different,
Yeah,
and then release one remastered from one of the bigger maps from one of the past games.
yeah, that would be great.
So it's you're pushing something out that's new, see how it works, but you're giving the player base nostalgia at it as well. Because there
Right.
are some maps on some of these games that would be beautiful to be redone.
Siege of
Siege of
Shanghai.
Shanghai.
Absolutely. I think that would be great. But I don't know if they I don't think they have enough map makers or they don't have a team dedicated to
They don't have
maps
enough
because
staff.
yeah, and which is crazy because you got 5 studios working on this game. So what is the staff doing? Please do not tell me that most of the staff are now trying to gear up to make Battlefield 6 and now there's just, a little I don't know, small team just
Battlefield
working on
7.
but yeah, you already talked about you're on the next Battlefield. I don't
Well,
know
my
what's
thing
going.
is also this. Don't do that and then turn around and start working on Need for Speed.
Yeah, that too, because
Because supposedly there's rumbling on that.
right,
Let's hang on,
Criterion,
Criterion.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
hang on. Let's get this situated first before we go and work on that atrocity of a freaking franchise that's going on over there.
Right. Let's get this one correct. Absolutely. Number 5, vehicle, just vehicle balance. Really, they lack vehicles. Don't well, from my personal as an infantry, I feel like vehicles are fine because I'm constantly getting dogged by them. But I can also see a lot of like people who only play in the jets I've seen like on the oil fields where they can't really fly anywhere without getting a lock on from recon and SOFLAM. And they're constantly hearing that lock on sound just flying over the map, and the terrain does not offer you cover to duck behind or to refresh, because if Dice, or not Dice but Battlefield Studios, is kind of like closed in the surrounding area. You don't get as much freedom in the vehicle as you used to. But I think they really need to fix that. I've never, in all my years of playing Battlefield, I've never wanted to hop in a jet or just specifically play a tank. But you need to give those people the depth that they want in those vehicles. I feel like those vehicles should work in a way kind of like Titanfall, where you can tell when somebody's new in there, but if you can definitely see when you have an expert
Pilot?
Yeah, an expert pilot or
It's a massive
tanker or
difference. I'm
whatever.
scared the hell of those.
Right. Especially if you got a team working on the vehicle all at one time. But yeah, I really think they really need to do vehicle overhauls. I think that the Humvees, if you're in the gunner, you're basically a sitting duck. That you don't have.
Oh yeah, no.
You don't have you don't have a shield whatsoever when you're on the. It is so easy to take the gunner out and then the driver. I really think some rebalancing needs to be done there.
My thing,
Go ahead.
when it comes to the vehicles moving forward, if we're gonna have newer maps, they need to keep the same formula that they have for this new contaminated map. It's perfect.
Yes.
You have enough infantry bullshit to get into, but if I want to go outside and I want to dare to, transition from one aspect to another, the toys are out there fighting, and I'm
Right.
cool with that. But I do agree. Yes, you need because 2042 was so heavily vehicle and not enough infantry. This is, with due respect, being objective, it's very much infantry and not enough vehicle, if that makes
Yes.
sense. And it's sad because I'm not gonna lie to you, I'll take a good pilot on my team because they do some
Absolutely. They
damage,
make a big difference.
especially on that, what is it, that Pikes Peak, whatever, the mountain range. Swear to
Yes.
God, every once in a while we get into a map and there's just a helicopter pilot that deserves credit because he's on the other team, but God, he's a nuisance.
Right. Because nobody wants to take them out, or nobody really knows the roles they're
can't.
supposed to be playing. Yeah, or can't. I know for a fact
But go ahead.
a good pilot can definitely take out the people that like to camp on the rocks and stuff. It's some of these maps are just getting annoying because, like, can y'all set at least a little bit like out of bounds so we don't have people shooting from the tops of roofs and like onto the objective, and they're not even trying to capture it, they're just going for the kills. I'm sorry. Does anybody else find that annoying?
I just don't like that they can sit on the ridge and they can shoot over 3 different objective points.
Yes, that's
That's
stupid.
annoying. Like,
Right.
it's cool if you want to shoot over one, maybe another one, but like multiple? No.
Right.
No.
It's getting ridiculous.
Let me stop yapping on that because I could talk on that for an hour.
Right. But yeah, those are our 5 things that we feel need to be improved. Like I said, I enjoy the game as is, but I definitely want more and more quality of life improvements. So by the time that we're at least by the end of the year, this is looking like a completely different game. This is looking like the game that we all wanted to play. The Battlefield 4 remastered that we all wanted. That's really what I want, and I cannot wait to play on those remastered maps. I am so excited for the first one that we get.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Ghost, if you don't have any other thoughts,
I'm good, man.
all right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up. Let us know in the comments what you think of season 2, what you want to see improve, and don't forget, make sure to hit that like and that subscribe button and ring that bell, and we will catch you guys next
Ding,
time.
ding. Oh,
Oh my God. Goodbye.
bye.